And we're back. You have been watching us on TV25 and, of course, listening to us on Smart Companies Thinking Bigger Radio with Paul Higbee. Paul, before we took the break, we were talking about credit scores.
Yes.
And what I'd like to pick up on this segment is we go to you, we get our credit pulled, and you say, wah, wah, sorry.
Nope, can't do it.
Reject. Can't do it. So what do I do? What's my next step? Besides cry in the corner because I can't have my house now, right?
The simplest but not quickest way to improve your credit score is magic. It's called pay your bills on time.
That's brilliant, Paul. Wow.
Did somebody write that down?
That's right. Let's take note.
The second way, and there really is a lot of misinformation on credit reports because we're totally dependent on third parties to report correctly. And they are bombarded with millions of pieces of data. And so it's no wonder that there's misinformation, just incorrect information on a credit report. And there are numerous credit repair companies that for a fee will help you fix or dispute or whatever's needed. From what I understand, there's two different approaches. There's companies that will work with you over a period of time to fix things. And there's other companies that take a more targeted approach. If you know there's 1, 2, 3 items on your credit report that should have fallen off a year ago or were just never should have been on there in the first place or whatever it might be, they'll go in and again, a more targeted approach, they'll fix those items. So the mortgage loan officer can perhaps review the credit report with the potential borrower and maybe make some recommendations on this is the approach you might need to take. But really, the borrower needs to talk to several different companies, find out who they're comfortable with, because you may be working with them for an extended period of time, 2, 3, 6 months.
Because that's really the only way to heal credit is time. I mean, there's no, aside from, I mean, you got to, I mean, how long does it usually take? 3 months, 6 months?
3 to 6 months, unless, again, there's just some blatant mistake that
Then
you can go get it removed and then do a rapid rescore. Something like that can be done in a much shorter time frame. But if you just have not taken care of business and got a bad credit report, again, the credit repair companies can advise you on, again, pay your bills on time, but there's some other strategies and some other things you can do.
I think the key there always is if it took you 3 years to get your credit into a place where we can't do anything for you, then don't expect that you're going to get it resolved in a month.
Right.
Like it took you 3 years to get here.
Right.
So it may take you 6 months to a year to get out of that.
Right.
Which is different than, someone having a mistake on their credit report or a medical bill that shouldn't have been there.
Right.
And then we can take care of that issue and then do a rapid rescore, and then that changes things. But people who have, had some issues and some hiccups for a while need to just come up with a plan that knows we're not going to be able to do that and take care of all that in, 30 days. It just doesn't happen that way.
Right. There's some another situation that surprising how often it comes up is typically somebody younger who really has no credit score.
Yeah.
They have not. To get a credit score, you have to have a credit card. You have to have you already have to have a mortgage. You have to have a car payment. Just the various credit pieces, so that there's things to report on you. And there are some alternative ways. Again, even the credit repair companies can help guide you there. That the best way to build a credit file. And some of them are kind of surprising. There's some loan programs that will actually work with if you're paying rent. That doesn't
to report it.
It doesn't
monthly?
get correct. That normally doesn't get reported, but you can use that and verify it, and that can help build a file.
Right.
It's all a game. We all play it, right?
And
You just have to know what the rules are.
You have to know what the rules are. And quite honestly, there's some credit enhancing moves that are a bit counterintuitive to just a pure, well, this is the right thing to do financially.
Right.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll tell you, go open another credit card and use it a little bit. When mom and dad always said, don't use credit, stay away from it.
Right.
Again, it's not intuitive.
Because they're wanting to see how you manage the available credit that you have.
Correct.
I mean, that's really the game that you're playing.
Correct.
So
With
how
and
responsible
a lot of
are you?
predictive model and all that kind of good stuff. Now, what can we do with different credit levels? There's so many different loan programs, and it's going to vary by company. It's going to vary by loan program. So
Right.
There's really not a one
Right.
Exactly.
size fit all. So
Basically,
that
620 is right now
Okay.
that is about the bottom.
620 is the bottom, not the
Correct.
sweet spot anymore.
Oh,
It's
no.
okay. So 620 is
for
bare
your institution.
minimum.
It does vary, but not dramatically by
Okay.
institution.
Okay. So if I have anything less than a 620, we might be talking to the credit repair in some instances.
Correct.
Okay.
And when you go up from there, your options open up in terms of what loan programs are available to
Okay.
you. Your rates get better. Your LTVs your loan to values can get better. Your reserve requirements, if there's any, a good credit score is golden.
Right.
And
But if you have less than a 620, if you have like a 580, 560, can you not work with?
there are some options.
Okay.
Not
Not
all,
many.
not many, and not available from most lenders.
Okay. Very good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good
it's really
information.
good to know.
Getting that signal again.
Like,
Yeah. Like time
break
to
your
break.
leg.
Yes. Better do it. Okay, let's take a break. This is Real Estate Matters with Tamika Bryant and Christy Porter. We'll be right back.